Hey guys, I wanted to come and do this really quick video talking about a really serious topic. At least it's pretty serious to me. So I speak to a lot of women every single week, and one of the comments that I hear the most is, God told me to write my book. God told me to write my book. And I don't frown upon that at all because I can relate. God actually told me to write my book several years ago as well. But what I do have an issue with is that it seems that a lot of believers are comfortable or let it come out with ease saying, hey, God told me to write my book. However, when it comes time to put the faith into action and when it comes time to actually do the work, people tend to fall off and forget about the mantle that they have placed on their lives. So you have to understand that even when you feel divinely led, divinely guided, or divinely inspired to do something, that alone is not going to remove the hard work and challenges that may be involved. For instance, I think that there's just this misconception among believers that, like when God tells you to do something, it's just going to fall in your lap. Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, your path may be that much more challenging because you are on a divinely guided path. Okay. One of the things that Marshawn Evans said is that she said that God will show you the promise, but he will not show you the process. Meaning that he'll give you glimpses of what you need to do and maybe even what will happen. But what won't be revealed is what it's going to take to get you from here to there. Okay? You uncover and you discover the process when you are in action, when you are in momentum, when you are actually making the steps day by day, putting in the effort, facing, your challenges head on, doing it when you're scared, doing it when you don't feel like it, doing it when you quit, doing it when you want to give up, because you know that you have a divine assignment that has been placed on you. What I see a lot of people saying, and I don't know if they just say it because it sounds good, God told me to write this book, or God told me to do this. But then when it comes time for you to actually do it and challenges start coming up, then you want to quit. Or you want to fall off or come up with some type of excuse. And at the end of the day, either you're going to do it or you're not. And I can tell you this one thing, when you don't do the thing that God has placed on you to do, he will find someone else who's willing to do it. I can tell you that. And I'm telling you this from experience. When I wrote my book, 20 Pearls of Wisdom, years ago, there was like this nudge down literally in the pit of my stomach that kept telling me to do it. And I procrastinated for years. And then the time came when I knew, okay, it's time for you to stop procrastinating and you really just need to do this. And the urge became stronger and stronger and stronger to the point where I was placed on bed rest. While I was pregnant with my son, I was placed on bed rest at about 6 months into my pregnancy. And so I had to sit at home and I said, you know what? Let me stop playing and go ahead and get this book finished. And it was at that point that I finished my book within 2 weeks. And me writing my book changed my life because I know that I was on divine assignment. But that does not mean that it came easy. It was very challenging. I was in labor, pregnant, went through labor. I was in school working on my 3rd degree. I was in a new marriage with a blended family. I had to go through the whole entire publishing process, back and forth with the edits, back and forth with the book cover, all kinds of things. Yes, I had doubt and all these things that filled my mind, finances and everything too. But you know what? Because I knew I was on divine assignment, I did what I had to do to get it done. A lot of us are on divine assignment only to the point where it's comfortable. And then once things start getting uncomfortable, then we forget about the assignment that we said that we were under. And so it's either one or two things. Either you lying to yourself or either you are supposed to be on divine assignment and you've gotten off because you can't take the heat. And let me tell you, the heat is all a part of it. I'm going to tell you this. I'll even go so far as to say this. We all know that Jesus had a divine assignment on his life. And the divine assignment that he had placed on his life did not come easy. It was full of sacrifices. It was full of pain and things that he did not want to do. But he did it because that was the divine assignment on his life. And he had to carry his mantle. And so you think that you have a divine assignment, a mantle placed on your life, and you really think that the results are just going to fall in your lap without any type of struggle? No, you're going to be challenged. And yes, it's going to be some type of sacrifice that will be made. That sacrifice may be financial, with you investing in yourself. That sacrifice may be with you having to do things you don't want to do, early mornings and late nights. That sacrifice may be financial. That sacrifice may be financial in the regards of you having to cut back on some extraneous spending so that you can, invest into your learning and put it into your book, or put it into your project, or put it into your marriage so that you can attend conferences and do things to enhance your marriage. Your sacrifice might be learning self-control and taming your tongue and learning to be quiet when you want to say something the most. There are a lot of different types of sacrifices, but whatever the mantle is on your life, and whatever your divine assignment is right now, there is going to be some type of sacrifice involved, and it's not going to feel good. It's not going to feel comfortable. And nine times out of 10, it's not something that you're going to want to do. But when you know that you are on divine assignment and there's something that keeps pushing you forward and telling you to do something, let me tell you this: stop letting money be the reason why you don't do things. Because when you are on divine assignment, then you have to trust that God will give you the provisions that are necessary in order for you to do whatever it is, regardless of how it may look. I can kid you not. There have been some investments that I've made. I didn't know where the money was going to come from. At the last minute, I was able to, generate a sale that completely covered the cost of the investment. But you won't ever get there if you stop in the beginning. You won't get to that point if you stop in the middle. You have to go and not just let your words talk, but you actually have to put your faith into action. If you say that God told you to do something, God told you to write a book, then stay committed to the process. Stop quitting. Stop giving up on yourself. Stop, doubting yourself and talking yourself out of doing that thing that you said you're supposed to be doing. Because I will tell you this: there is no gray area. Either you're going to do it or you're not. When you do it, you'll be blessed for doing it. And the blessings will come in ways that you can't even conceive, think, or imagine. But when you don't do it, God will find somebody else who is more willing.